welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm really looking forward to this one. This has actually been a video that's got requested so much, and it's how do you get your media buyer, your team member, what's the logistics surrounding getting them into your ad account and getting them access to not only your ad account but also all of your clients' ad accounts as well. You know, how do you go about that in a way where your clients give your agency access as opposed to giving, you know, you access and your media buyer access? You know, that way just doesn't look that professional. What you want them to do is to give your agency access, and within your agency comes yourself, your team, etc. How do you go about that in the most effective way, and how really do you actually do that? So as I say, in this video, we're going to cover that. I've actually got my computer here, so I'm going to be walking you through step by step on the computer exactly how to go about that. Now guys, as always, just before we jump into the video, make sure you go ahead, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that post notification bell. Look, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's just dive straight into it. So really what this consists of is a couple of things, right? You've got people, and this is all within the business manager setting. So if you don't have a business manager, make sure you go to business.facebook.com and you create an account, you create a business manager, etc. So once you've got that business manager, 3 things that you need to know, right? People, there's partners, and there's assets. So let's dive into the business manager here, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So as you can see, the top left here, you can see people, you can see partners, and then over here you can see assets. Okay, you can see add assets, and in partners you can see also assets as well. You can see share assets, assets shared with you, assets you've shared, etc. So first things first, let's go to people, right? Because you can see up here, this is actually a example business manager. You can see Correct Me, it's just a completely random business manager I created. But this is, let's say for example, my agency was called Correct Me. Obviously you guys know that my agency is called Bax Consulting, but I can't show you that ad account because it's got all of my clients, it's got all my team, all that information. So I don't want to show you that, but I can show you this example one that I made. So as I say, let's assume that my agency is called Correct Me. Okay, so this is the agency business manager, right? So you can see here, Kai Bax, that's obviously me, and I've got admin access. Okay, so what you would want to do now, okay, is you'd want to go add. This is, bear in mind as well, guys, this is once you've got a team member, of course. So if you are wondering on how to get your team member, how to find them, how to vet them, how do you bring on the best team member possible, I actually posted a previous video on the channel very recently, actually, at least at the point of this video going live, and I really just go through exactly how, you know, the traits you want to find in the media buyer, how to find them, etc. So go back and watch that video. Now, as I say, in this video, I'm assuming that you've already got your kind of media buyer, your team member on board. So what you would want to do, as I mentioned, is you want to come into people, as we've done here. We've clicked into people and we've gone into ad. Okay, then it comes to this section here, and so what you want to do, okay, is make sure admin access is turned on. Okay, admin access is turned on, and in this section here, you just want to put in their email. Okay, so for example, let's say that I will do Kai at Bax. Oh my god. Kai at Bax. Okay, so say for example that is my team member. Obviously that's my agency email, but let's say for example that's my team member. You would just plug in their email into this section here. Then you just want to go admin access, of course, and then go next. Okay, so what you would want to do now is you would want to, if you've got any current clients, you will see them in here. Okay, so again, these are just another 2 complete examples that I built out. So let's say for example Correct Me was one of your clients, right, that you have currently. Then you would want to make sure, so you would want to go into pages, you would want to make sure you select that client. Okay, and then you'd want to go down to here and go manage page, and just make sure everything that you can turn on is turned on. Okay, then you would want to go to ad accounts, same thing again, manage ad account, make sure everything's turned on. Catalogs, if you've got it, and then apps, you won't have it, you know. But you just want to make sure that everything is assigned. Bear in mind, you know, it's assigned with a client that you actually want them to work with. So if you want them to work with Correct Me, then you'd want to assign them access, you know, manage ad account, manage page, etc. You'd want to assign them access to that specific client. Now, if you've not got any current clients, but you still want to get them, you know, onboarded within your business manager and whatnot, and you've not got any current clients, then you can just skip this step. It's not a big deal, because as I'll show you in a minute, you can actually actually add more clients in after this step. So if you've not got any current clients but you still want to get them set up, don't worry at all. You just want to skip this step. However, if you've got current clients and you want them to come on board and start working with your current clients, then as I say, this is where you want to make sure that you assign them access to those current clients' assets. Okay, so once you've done that, you just want to go invite. Okay, so now invitation sent. So now what you want to do, okay, is you want to tell your team member to go and check their email, whichever one that you plugged in here. Okay, you can see kayak-consulting.com has been sent an invitation to join Correct Knee as admin, and then it just tells you what you've gave them access to. Okay, so then you just want to go done. So now you can see here, okay, so this is me, and then this is my team member. So now you can see people. So we're remembering that we are in the we are in your agency business manager. Okay, so you can see your agency business manager, and within that business manager, you go into people, and these are the people who have admin access and who are a part of that agency business manager. Okay, so you can see myself, which is like, for example, the owner of the agency. Then I've got my team member that I've just sent access to. So now what can happen is that your clients can give your agency access to their assets, and within that agency naturally has you and your team member in there, as opposed to them giving each individual, you access and your team member access. They just give your agency access, and within that agency has your team member and yourself as admin, and you guys can go ahead and implement on your service. Now, as I said before, what we just did is we gave them admin access really to your agency. You've seen that we also gave them access to a client if you've currently got a client, right? But what happens if you've, 2 months after you've given them access, you then bring on a new client, right? You don't want to go and re-add another person and reassign them assets or whatever. What you want to do, okay, so you come into people again, and you just go into their section, right? So say if this is your team member or your media buyer, same thing. You want to click onto them, and here where it says add assets, this is what you want to do. So you want to go click on add assets, and then it brings you back up to this section here. So if you just signed on a new client, now let's say you've just signed this client on here, the BizGo, again, another complete example. You would want to click on them and go through the same thing, right? Manage page, make sure everything's turned on. Add account, I know, there's not an add account, but you do the same thing, right? You go manage ad account, etc., and you go save changes. So it's not going to add the ad account because I've already done that. So it's going to not add the ad account, but you can see in the page section, now they've got also access to the BizGo, okay? So that's how you want to go about, every time you bring on a new client, you just come into here and you just go add assets. You will automatically get the assets because you should be building out your clients. Every time you bring on a new client, you should be doing it in the business asset group, okay? And this is actually another way that you can also assign them assets when you bring on a new client, right? So you guys know, if you're in the Quantum Agency program, you know how to go about this. So I'm not gonna go into too much detail in this video about how to get clients to give you access. However, you will know that you need to go into business asset groups, you go add here, and then you would wanna go agency, and then you just type in their name. And then in this section here where it says pages, so let's say you've signed on this new client here, Correct Knee again, right? Add accounts, same thing. Pixel, same thing. Instagram account, there's not gonna be one apart from that one. Then you go next. In here, you can also go on the left-hand side, it says people, right? It says name. So this is obviously you, but because I haven't accepted that other invitation that I just sent, it's not gonna show up here. But once I do, or once your team member or your media buyer does accept that invitation, you will also see their name pop up in this section. So you would also want to select them. So you select yourself and you select your team member, and then you just do the same thing, and then you can just go through it in one step, right? You can just do manage page and all this type of stuff for both yourself and your team member because you've selected both, right? Then you just go manage pixel, and then you just go create, and that's gonna then make them a client within your business manager. Guys, I hope that made sense. I know I was going a bit all over the place and it's quite hard to explain certain things without, actually having a team member in there. But as I say, I hope that explained things. If there's any questions that you have, any problems or anything like that, just comment below and I'll be in the comment section helping you guys out and answering all of your questions. As I say, I know it seems somewhat confusing, but as I say, that is literally how I go about it, right? You just want to go into business asset group, add in your client, and then from there you just select yourself and your media buyer, and then give, just go manage ad account, manage page, all that type of stuff, and that just naturally gives you access. Now, if you want to do it separately, then you want to go into people in the top left-hand side of the business manager, go into people, select your team member, and you can go add assets. X, and you can do it that way as well. As I say, this was a very, very requested video, and I hope it made sense. I hope now you can see exactly how you can give your media buyer access to client assets and really just how to get them somewhat onboarded into your agency business manager. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.